Welcome to the Assist.org Instructional Video Part 1. This video is designed to teach you how to search for and navigate articulation agreements that DVC has with various California State University and University of California campuses relating to lower division coursework that you can and sometimes must complete for majors at the CSUs and UCs. We will also briefly cover some other tools specific to transferring coursework from DVC to the UCs and CSUs. First, let's choose an institution from which to transfer from. Under the Explore Transfer Information, select the drop-down menu and choose Diablo Valley College. Once you advance to the next page, we'll want to look for agreements with other campuses. So let's choose CSU East Bay as a campus we will look at. You have some other options here. Let's go ahead and look by major. For the sake of this video, let's choose Criminal Justice Administration as the example that we will use. Once we've selected Criminal Justice Administration, the agreement between DVC and CSU East Bay for Criminal Justice Administration is brought up. You will notice at the top of the agreement there's some brief information about the major, like units required for graduation. You also notice that there are 2 specialized options and so forth. Often you will notice that there are sometimes requirements having to do with minimum admission. You will also notice that there might be some suggestions for general education and so forth. So it is important that you read all the information listed on these agreements. Next are the lower division major courses. These are courses that you can and sometimes must take at DVC to satisfy requirements at CSU East Bay or any other university that you're looking at. Courses to the left of the vertical dotted line, for example, CRJA 2100, are required for students currently at CSU East Bay, freshman and sophomore. Courses to the right, for example, Administration of Justice 121, satisfy those specific requirements for CSU East Bay by taking them here at Diablo Valley College. If you scroll down, you will notice that at the bottom of the list of courses that there is some other information, in this case a phone number and a website, and this varies per campus and per major. Finally, at the end of all of this is the end of major comment. That essentially lets you know that you've seen it all and you're not missing anything important. So just to recap, courses on the right are courses you would take at DVC to satisfy requirements for courses on the left. Sometimes you may notice that there is an "and" in between courses, indicating that there are 2 courses required at DVC to satisfy 1 or more requirements at the CSU or UC, and sometimes you will also see an "or," indicating that you have a choice between 2 courses to satisfy requirements at the transfer institution. Go ahead and select the back button so we can return to the previous page. Notice at the bottom it will have a Diablo Valley College courses applicable for transfer menu. Here you will see things like the CSU transferable course list, the CSU GE breath certification courses, that is the pattern required for the CSU campuses. You will also notice the CSU US History, Constitution, and American Ideals link, IGETC, UC transferable course list, and UC transfer admission eligibility courses. Let's go ahead and just do a couple examples here, although I do encourage you to play with all of them. Let's go ahead and select UC transferable courses. This will show us which courses from DVC are transferable to the UC system. If your course appears on this list, it is transferable. If it does not, it is not transferable. Let's go ahead and select Math 142 and see if that course is indeed transferable to the UCs. We have selected mathematics from the list, which takes us directly to the mathematics department, and you will notice that Math 142 is indeed on the list, which means it is transferable to the UCs. You will also notice to the left of Math 142 is a little plus sign. That indicates that there is a footnote for this course. When we scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see that it says 142 and Business 240 combined, maximum credit 1 course. This indicates that if you were to take both Math 142 and Business 240, you would only get credit for one of those 2 courses. So definitely pay attention to those types of footnotes. These footnotes are also specific to the UC system and not necessarily the CSU system, so please don't take it as an indication for both systems. Let's go ahead and select the back button once more. Let's go ahead and look at which courses work for critical thinking for the CSU GE Breadth certification. We can select CSU GE Breadth certification courses, and then we can go ahead and select the drop-down menu for A3 for critical thinking. What comes up is the list of courses for Area A3 from the CSU GE certification course list. As you notice, there are a handful of courses. To the right, you will notice that there is a column for date approved. So for example, English 123 wasn't approved until fall 2007. So if you took English 123 prior to fall 2007, it would not work for this area. So please do pay special attention to those date approved column, including the date removed column, as sometimes a course is discontinued for use in a specific area. That concludes the brief and general overview of assist.org Instructional Video Part 1 relating to articulation agreements. In Part 2, we will go ahead and look at how to explore majors.